Hi, greetings from Vienna International Airport. It is 6 AM currently here, and I'm here because I'm flying Ryanair to Warsaw. Or should I say, Buzz. Now, you probably noticed that there is a few of these Buzz and MALACKY liveries as well, and so on. Now, if you're wondering if there's any difference between this and actual Ryanair, well, you're tuned in for the right video, because in this video we're going to find out. So, let's go to the terminal. So, think Ryanair, but with a little twist. Meet Buzz, Ryanair's Polish-based subsidiary. But is it really any different from its parent company? As I walk through the terminal, here is a little insight into Buzz and Ryanair Group. Originally launched in 2019, Buzz operates under the Ryanair Group, but is registered in Poland. It primarily serves Central and Eastern Europe, offering both scheduled Ryanair flights and charter services. While its service and pricing remain identical to Ryanair's, its yellow branding and focus on Polish operations make it stand out. But Buzz isn't the only piece of Ryanair's puzzle. Let's take a quick look at its other subsidiaries. First up, Malta Air. Launched also in 2019, it operates under a Maltese Air Operator Certificate and allows Ryanair to base more planes outside of Ireland, while benefiting from Malta's aviation-friendly regulations. Then there is Lauda Europe, previously known as Lauda Motion. This Austria-born subsidiary focuses on operating Ryanair's Airbus A320 fleet, making it a rare exception in Ryanair's otherwise Boeing-dominated lineup. And finally, there is Ryanair UK, established just to secure post-Brexit operations within the UK. This airline ensures that Ryanair can keep flying domestically under a UK-based license. Quickly before my departure, I grabbed myself a water bottle in one of the duty-frees, checked my gate on the departure board and headed towards my gate. Nie, ale tam już jakoś czekają w radę, tam są bordy.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the star of the show. This 4-year-old Boeing 737-8200 MAX will take me to Warsaw today. This aircraft type though is also interesting. Ryanair opted for the Boeing 737-8200 MAX instead of the standard 737-8 MAX, primarily to maximize efficiency, lower costs and increase passenger capacity while maintaining its low-cost business model. The 737-8200 MAX is a special, high-density version of the standard 737 MAX, designed specifically for low-cost carriers. It can carry up to 197 passengers, compared to 189 on a regular 737-800. More seats mean a lower cost per passenger, helping Ryanair keep fares ultra-low while increasing revenue potential per flight.
Row 10, so we're gonna be boarding from the front. Never mind, we're going here.
Sometimes in Vienna airport it so happens that the jet bridge just simply doesn't work because it's broken, so we have to board as if we were about to board via the jet bridge, only to be diverted outside and board via the stairs. Of course, sometimes it's because Ryanair chooses to board via the stairs rather than the jet bridge, but this time around I'm pretty positive our jet bridge seemed really broken.
Tam Leo musi być. Hello, morning.
My first impression. The cabin smelled almost brand new despite the aircraft already having 4 years. Now for comparison, here is Ryanair's older cabin from my flight to Bergamo. And here is Ryanair's newer cabin from my flight to Düsseldorf. If we compare the newer cabin with this one, it is pretty much identical except few minor changes, such as of course the branding and a slightly different palette of colors. For example, Ryanair's seats are dark blue, whilst here on Buzz they are dark grey.
stores for a box under the seat in front of you with exception of passengers occupying row 1 to 17, 18, 28, 29.
To be honest, the cabin is actually 99% identical to the new cabin featured in the other Ryanair 737 Maxes, which is not a surprise. The only difference is basically, as I mentioned, the colors. The legroom is the same, the tray table is the same, as well as the overhead panel. By the way, after a few minutes the boarding was completed, and I was lucky because the two other seats next to me remained unoccupied.
Wyjątkiem pasażerów miejsca w rzędzie pierwszym, 14, 18, 28 i 29 NSO practice.
Please select flight mode now and hold your device securely or place it in a pocket. If your device or its battery is damaged, popped, produces smoke, is lost or falls into the seat structure, please inform the cabin crew immediately.
So we departed Vienna at exactly 8:48, only a few minutes after schedule, on runway 16, first heading south, but then turning left towards Warsaw, flying north for a while above Czechia, passing Ostrava, and subsequently landing at Warsaw Modern Airport 59 minutes after departure. The weather outside was fine, pretty calm, pretty chill, almost no winds, and the entire flight was overall very chill. Alright, the seatbelt sign just turned off. We are at roughly 11,000 feet, obviously still climbing, and Slovakia is to the right of us, over there.
The captain has switched off the fasten seatbelt sign for your comfort and safety. However, we do recommend to keep your seatbelts loosely fastened for the duration of the whole flight in case of sudden turbulence.
MALACKY KUCHYNA AIRBASE.
Pada nad głową znajdą Państwo lampkę, nawiew i niebieski przycisk przywołujący załogę. Na pokładzie dostępne są 3 toalety, jedna z
When I stood up, I found myself a few empty rows, so I decided to check out the other windows. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, greetings from the lavatory of this 737 MAX 8-200 of Buzz. Now, as most of you AviGeeks probably know, Ryanair subsidiaries basically behave like Ryanair. The only difference is that pretty much delivery and maybe the vibe that you get out of the flight, but like, you know, you got Buzz, you got Malta Air, you got Lauda. Lauda at least has different aircraft type. They got the A320 CEOs, the old ones. You know, they have one of the youngest aircrafts in Europe, and Lauda, the subsidiary with the old A320, is kind of ruining that. But anyways, here's the toilet of this 737 MAX. Despite its age, this aircraft is 3 and something years old. The toilet seems kind of old, if you know what I mean, or at least like not very well taken care of. Look at that. Did not expect that, honestly. Let's check out the water lastage. Oh, that's poor. Okay, that's way better. Okay, that was like 4-5 seconds maybe. But yeah, the cabin overall is pretty clean. It's pretty new, as I mentioned, 3 years old, so yeah. I'm not gonna order anything on this flight because I had my own breakfast, but if you wanna see, if you wanna check out how Ryanair's catering is like, you can watch my other Ryanair trip reports I've done in the past, so yeah. Dobra, a ty wiesz jak se tam to idzie,
Ne.
I was relying on Kulich for this information about the transport from Modlin Airport to Warsaw, and he doesn't know. He doesn't fucking know. Okay, we'll have to find it, I guess. As we are about to approach Warsaw Modlin Airport, here is a quick summary of this flight. The flight costs roughly 15 euros, which is pretty much the cheapest Ryanair fare you can find nowadays. Now, as for the crew, they were very cool, friendly, and overall no complaints about them nor the aircraft itself. It was quieter than the older 737-800s, obviously, and by the way, this was my only second flight ever on the MAX, despite it being so common now, lol. Regarding the question we asked ourselves at the beginning, different names, different registrations, but at the end of the day, it's all Ryanair. Same low-cost model, same no-frills experience, just with a bit of regional flair. I mean, ultimately, people might not even figure out in advance that they're flying on something else than Ryanair, because when you book the flights on Ryanair's app or website, there is only a small text right below the fare which mentions which airline is going to operate your flight. Nonetheless, not everyone is gonna notice that. There is although another way of finding out your aircraft type, and that's when you continue to seat selection. From there, if the plane has 33 rows of seats, then it's a 737-800. If it has 35 rows, it's a MAX. And if it has 30 rows, you're flying on one of Lauda's A320s. So at the end of this clip, something happened to my audio and it just sounds bad, so I'm just gonna do a voiceover here. We basically ended up using the whole runway, as, you know, typical Ryanair style. We paid for the whole runway, we used the whole runway, then we taxied for like 2 minutes and then parking position and disembarkation and so on and stuff like that. Thank you so much, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. It was a big pleasure to fly on one of the few Buzz aircraft with the Buzz livery. Thank you for the awesome flight, Ryanair/Buzz. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for more, subscribe, like and share. FJ out. Dobre, Kulich, teraz musíme zistiť vlak, teda. Jak vravíš? Jet photos. Jet photos. Schengen, non-Schengen. To je páči, že Schengen, non-Schengen. Jasné, že sme Schengen.